So guys, before we jump into the video, just wanted to say I'm currently live on Twitch. We're obviously playing some Apex and we're really close to 3k followers on Twitch, which is kind of crazy. So if you want to come and support your boy, click the very first link down below and I hope to see you guys in the stream. That's all I wanted to say, so yeah. Bye, enjoy the video. Wraith has always been one of the best legends in this game. Ever since Apex really came out, she's always been good in ranked, she's always been good in pubs, and she has this stereotype as well, like if someone uses Wraith and they happen to be good, they're always labeled a sweaty Wraith main, which is kinda true, right? But Respawn has been doing stuff progressively to try and kind of make Wraith not as dominant in this game. Obviously in season 6 we had some changes, in season 5 we also had some changes. They took away her anime run in season 6. So Respawn is actively trying to make Wraith less effective in this game and bring her more in balance with the other legends as well. So basically what I want to say in this video real quick is that for all of you Wraith mains out there, including myself, Wraith is getting some more nerfs in this game very soon. Honestly, I feel like Wraith is in a very good place right now. The only reason why she'll always be such a good legend in this game is because of her abilities. Like the only way to really make Wraith less effective across the board and to really, you know, tone down her pick rate is to change her abilities, and Respawn most likely will never do that. So what they're gonna do is to continue to find ways to make her less effective, to, you know, damage her hitbox, to take away her animations, to just make her more in line with the other legends, which to me doesn't really make sense, because in creating a legend like Wraith, she's expected to be a very effective and a very good legend, simply based on her abilities in the game. So let's talk more about this in today's video. If you guys are ready, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Yes, you click that sub button right now, I'd appreciate it. We're also going to be talking about which legends have been picked the most in season 7, and this might surprise you. And this is also why Wraith is going to be getting nerfed as well very soon. So if you guys are ready, as always, let's jump into the video. So let's talk about this Wraith nerf, right? Daniel Klein, who is a developer at Respawn, was basically talking about Wraith and her current abilities, her current state in Apex in a podcast, and what he basically said was that Wraith needs to just be put under control. Now when he says under control, basically what he's trying to say in Respawn's terms is that Wraith is going to be getting nerfed very soon. So let's actually take a look at what he said word for word. I don't want to hit her kit anymore. We've pushed that to the breaking point where it's barely still fun, but they're extremely wind up on her tactical as much as it was necessary. It puts the ability more into the camp of cerebral power rather than satisfying in the moment power. So what he's saying is that the initial change to Wraith's Q, obviously now we have the wind up, it basically makes it more strategic instead of just kind of like a free get out of jail card, which does make sense. If you want to use Wraith's Q effectively now, it's more so of like a positioning tool to kind of like, you know, survey an area or something. But if someone catches you off guard, right, and like you weren't really paying attention, they could do some serious damage or even kill you before you get that Q off, which is, in my opinion, that was actually a very good change for Wraith. He also said with Wraith, our approach is going to be very similar to Pathfinder. We're going to take a look at our hitboxes and see how much wiggle room we have there. Nothing is guaranteed yet, we haven't started work yet. I've asked one of our technical artists to take a look at it. Whenever he gets around to it, we will know more. My hope is that we can bring her under control with just hitbox changes, and then maybe even look at ways and making her more in the moment fun again, and find a balance point between her tactical now and what it used to be. So in summary guys, Respawn still obviously thinks that Wraith is way too strong, she's way too dominant, and she's just, you know, too good in this game. I understand why Respawn thinks that. Obviously the stats, obviously her pick rate and stuff still kind of shows that she's a very highly used and highly successful legend in this game. But going back to what I said at the beginning of this video, that's because of the type of legend that Wraith is. Wraith is just a very well designed legend, and I think if Respawn make too many changes to her hitbox and just kind of try to bring her under control too much, that could really just make Wraith trash. So guys, we'll see what Respawn decides to do, but at least for now, yeah, Wraith means it's looking kind of tough. It's looking kind of tough for us. Now Respawn also revealed the legend pick rate for season 7 so far, and this is actually a very good reason why Wraith is also going to be getting a nerf, because Wraith is still the most picked legend in this game by a landslide. So here's the top 5 most picked legends in Apex for season 7, right? Number 1 we have Wraith, then we have Bloodhound, then we have Horizon, then Octane and Lifeline. The most interesting things right here is that Wraith is obviously still number 1, but Horizon, who is a brand new legend, is number 3, and you guys might think that's normal, but normally when Respawn drops a new season and they also introduce a new legend, the new legend is never in the top 5 in terms of like pick rate. I remember in season 5 when Loba was dropped, she was like, I don't know, like the bottom 5 or something like that, and the same thing can be said about Rampart. So Horizon is actually a very highly used legend right now in this game, and that shows how effective and how fun she is to play right now, which is great. But this list also reveals that Wraith has been and still is the number 1 legend in this game, which is exactly why Respawn wants to nerf her again. Even after all of those recent nerfs and changes and stuff, Respawn is still realizing that Wraith is the number 1 legend in this game. So I honestly just hope that Respawn doesn't do too much to Wraith. Wraith will just forever be one of the best legends to use, if not the best in this game, because of her kit. Her Q and her ultimate are just very useful and effective abilities to have in any setting, in ranked, in pubs. It's just always going to be a very good ability to have. Well, should I say good abilities to have. So unless Respawn decides to like completely rework Wraith or nerf a portal into oblivion, which most likely they will not do, then Wraith should always be the number 1 legend in this game, at least until Respawn introduces someone who is even more effective. So we'll see what Respawn decides to do. Now, on the topic of legends who might be getting changes very soon, let's talk about Wattson. Wattson is a very interesting legend to actually talk about, because right now in Apex, Wattson is one of the most effective legends to use, especially in ranked. But she isn't used that much in pubs because of the skill level, right? So some people on Reddit were basically saying that Wattson needs to be reworked so she can be more effective in pubs. And here's my opinion on that real quick. I feel like if Wattson doesn't need to be a legend for pubs, not every single legend needs to be good both in pubs and in ranked. I feel like Wattson has a perfect position right now in ranked. She's actually one of the most clutch legends to have in ranked, especially in the high tier lobbies and stuff, but I don't think she needs to be good in pubs as well. Not every single legend in this game needs to be good at the exact same things. This right here is actually what gives the game variety, because every single legend has their own strengths and their own weaknesses. And right now, Wattson's strengths is her ability to kind of like, you know, lock down choke points and stuff. But this is only really going to be useful in ranked, which is fine. So Daniel Klein once again responded to a fan who basically called Wattson useless on Reddit, and here's what he said. You're confusing two things, pick rate and effectiveness. Yes, she's the lowest pick rate, but her win rate is very good. She is top 4 across most power metrics. It's not that people pick her and fail to be effective. Clearly the people who do run her have more success than on most other characters. There's something about the feeling of playing her that isn't attractive, and power doesn't fix that. So basically that's exactly what I just said, guys. Wattson is a really good legend in certain situations, but you don't really need to be using Wattson in pubs. Like, she just isn't very, I would say, necessary in a pub's environment, which is why her pick rate would be so low in this game. But if you look at any competitive tournament, if you look at a lot of games in like Pret lobbies and Diamond 1 lobbies and stuff, people use Wattson a lot, and that's because she's more effective in high tier lobbies. And that's fine, guys. As I said, not every single legend has to be good at the exact same things. So yeah, for all of you Wattson mains out there, I think Wattson is in a very good space right now, and she most likely will remain like that for a very long time, especially in ranked and, you know, those difficult lobbies. So yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts right now on the Wraith nerfs coming very soon, most likely in season 8. What do you guys think about that? Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in some more Apex. Till next time.